Look at the honorable mentions of the center position for the offensive line. We're almost there, halfway through there. So bear with me. But we are going to look at some guys that, wow, the center position has been, I'd say, popularized with guys that are actually, I'm seeing more relevant, guys coming in and producing at a high level. There's also guys that have left the game, and three major centers have left the game, especially being on the top 10 list. So that really affected a lot. So let's start with Mitch Morse here. He was 33 years old. He played 10 years in the league, played 143 games, 13 games in the playoffs. He was a part of Kansas City, Buffalo, and Jacksonville. He was a Pro Bowler. He was a 2015 All Rookie team. I think he definitely got overlooked. I think he was very underrated in terms of an offensive lineman. I think he was very, very, very important to especially the Buffalo Bills team and how Josh Allen ran the offense. Again, I think he just didn't get enough love in terms of voting for more accolades. But Mitch Morse, yeah, he deserves a lot of credit. Obviously, I don't think this puts him in the Hall of Fame status, but again, I think he had a great career, and we'll see. Hopefully, he has maybe we'll see him as an offensive line coach or whatnot. But great career, and hope nothing but the best for him. Person that's going to be in the retirement, honestly, was a shock. He was the best center that I rated last year. Um, and yeah, Detroit's going to lose him, man. It's a huge piece to replace a guy like this guy, Frank Ragnau, from the Detroit Lions. Yeah, it's honestly crazy to see him retire from the game of football. Obviously, there's a lot of guys that are looking to get out, have a normal life, maybe not have obviously injuries and broken bodies and head injuries. Obviously got to look out for that, and family first kind of thing, and that's understandable. I mean, they got the money to be okay, right? But Frank Ragnow is very, very surprising type guy that retired. Really wanted to see him win a Super Bowl or even get a chance to go there. But I mean, he played a good career, man. 7 years in it. 29 is when he's retiring. Um, 96 games that he played. Played 4 games in the playoffs. All of them with Detroit all these years. 4-time Pro Bowler and a 3-time second team All Pro. So again, yeah, super, 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 super important to this team. Great leader. Um, he's been a very established center in the league, and again, I don't know if it's a Hall of Fame career, but he's had a great career nonetheless for this team. Third guy is going to be David Andrews of the New England Patriots. All of his career of the New England Patriots, man. This is a guy that has definitely put his heart and soul into the game. Definitely a guy that, again, I think he's underrated for sure. Um, I think he was able to, you know, lead a Patriots team to great records and championships and whatnot. So, another Hall of Fame case that will probably not be, but another great career. 32 years old, 9 years in the league, 124 games played. He played 12 games in the playoffs, and he's a two-time Super Bowl champ. So, won in Super Bowl 51 against the Falcons, went to Super Bowl 52, lost to the Eagles, and then went back and beat the Rams in 53. So overall, great career. He's got 2 rings to show for it. Um, yeah, definitely New England will miss him very much. So we got Coleman Shelton for the first honorable mention. 29 years old, 7 years in the league. He actually came back to the Los Angeles Rams, was on the Bears for about a year. But yeah, it's a good signing for him, bring him back. Trying to get this offensive line and trying to get this team to compete. Again, they went to the divisional, so they definitely have their sights on bigger and better things, right? They still got some pretty good talent in this on this team to actually really do make a good run. Yeah, but 2 years, 12 million with the Rams. Played 17 games, 1,121 snaps, 4 penalties, 3 sacks, 3 hits allowed, and 26 pressures. Again, numbers can always be slightly better. Every player can get better, right? But yeah, I think he deserves to be relevant and definitely shown as a good center in this league. So next up, we do have Ethan Pocic, the center of the Cleveland Browns. It was really hard to get film from him, so we got it from college, which kind of sucks. But yeah, he's been a pretty good staple for the Cleveland Browns offensive line. Yeah, he's 29 years old. He's 8 years in the league. 1 year, 6 million left. 16 games that he played, 1,073 snaps, 5 penalties, 3 sacks, 6 hits allowed, and 28 pressures. It's okay, but he's a pretty big staple for the Cleveland Brown offensive line. Um, and again, um, yeah, deserves to be on this relevant list. Last year he was honorable mention as well. So next up, Cooper Beebe of the Dallas Cowboys. It's kind of crazy. Dallas always has a rich history of offensive line, and they keep it going, man. Cooper Beebe is a solid center. He's definitely going to be a top 10 guy eventually on this list. He just finished his rookie year. He was 24 years old. Again, 1 year right now. 3 years, 3.99 million on the rookie deal. Had 16 games played, 1,059 snaps, 3 penalties, 3 sacks, allowed 5 hits, and allowed 18 pressures. So, again, he's a solid offensive lineman, and he's only going to get better. So, yeah, Dallas once again drafts really good offensive line, and it's paying. It's paying well for them. We have Josh Meyers. Yeah, he's new on this list as well. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got shipped out of town, especially having Jenkins up in center now. He's gonna move with the Aaron Banks signing. We get it. Josh Myers onto a new thing. He's obviously not probably gonna play a center position, um, because where he's going is the Jets, and they already have one guy. So we'll see if he'll be center or he'll be guard. We'll see, man. Honestly, it really depends. Definitely had some issues at times with the center position. He played 6 games, 1,006 snaps, 4 penalties, 1 sack given up, which is great. 5 hits allowed, 29 pressures is way too much, man. So he's got to definitely figure it out. But I believe, going to the Jets for 1 year, $2 million prove it deal could be useful, and we'll see what he does. Next up, we got Ryan Kelly, the old Indianapolis Colt now. He's now a Minnesota Viking. I think it's a great transition for him. I think the Colts are going to lose some toughness, losing a Ryan Kelly, man, for real. But, I mean, having him in Minnesota is going to be really good for JJ McCarthy's growth, and he's been a solid offensive lineman for a long time. Last year he was number 7, so he definitely dropped down, but he's still relevant, man. Hopefully he can stay healthy, and that's the huge thing there. 32 years old, 9 years in the league, 2 years, 18 mil for the Vikings. 10 games played, 601 snaps, 1 penalty, 1 sack allowed, 1 hit, and 11 pressures. It's honestly fantastic for the 10 games. So I think he can get back to the top 10 for sure if he continues to do what he's normally capable of doing. And yeah, I mean Ryan Kelly, he is a beast. James is next, and he's been balling, man. He's been a baller. Andre James, from the Raiders, but now as a Charger. Yeah, he's got a prove it deal here as well for the Chargers, so we'll see how it goes. Last year was honorable mention. He's 28 years old, 6 years in the league. He's got 1 year, 1.17 million. Prove it deal with the Chargers. Played 13 games, 702 snaps, 2 penalties, 2 sacks, 1 hit allowed, and 17 pressures. It's not bad. Just can he stay on the field for a long enough time, and will he be productive at that center position? So I'm excited to see what he does, and we'll see if it bolsters the Chargers. Bradley Boseman is the next guy. Yeah, he's a Charger as well, so it's going to be him and Andre James fighting for a center position, or maybe one's going to go to a guard. Boseman's more of the center type. He's been a center for a while now. Yeah, Boseman's been pretty good. He actually has a longer deal, so seems like we're going to see what happens with Andre James. But Bradley Boseman, 30 years old, 7 years in the league, 2 years, $6.5 million. He played 16 games, 1,056 snaps, 4 penalties, 4 sacks allowed, 4 hits, and 27 pressures. It's definitely still needs to be proven. He needs to get better in terms of offensive line play with these stats. The 4 sacks as a center is not awesome. So, again, I think this is good for bolstering the offensive line, and we'll see what Bradley Boseman does this year. Right. Garrett Bradberry um, is now, again, transitioned from Minnesota to New England. With the David Andrews retirement, I think this is a good replacement for him. It's a good replacement for New England, and making sure that they aren't trying to figure out, oh, who's going to be the center. They kind of just has a veteran presence, and I think that's really good, especially for a team that's rebuilding and trying to be good. Right? Obviously, we don't expect New England to be in the postseason. We don't expect them to be a Super Bowl contender, right? But trying to get some pieces together for a rebuild is good. It's a good move. Yeah, Gary Bradberry, 29 years old, 6 years in the league, 2 years, $9.5 million, 17 games that he played, 1,017 snaps, 6 penalties, 4 sacks given up, 6 hits, and 37 pressures. Yeah, I mean it's not great. It's not great. He's not the best center in the league, obviously, for to to make it lightly. Like it isn't great, but at the same time, uh, it gives them some veteran leadership and something to move forward to for obviously a possible draft or a possible signing of some sort. But Garrett Bradbury, he's just kind of filling the void of Dave Andrews. He's an okay center. Yeah, I think he's still relevant, so you got to give it to him. But yeah, next up is going to be the current New York Jets center, which I think is going to stay there, is Joe Tipman. He's still young. He's still working the kinks. He's still trying to get better as a QB. I do like Joe Tipman a lot. I think his potential is high, and I believe he can be a top 10 guy if he continues to work on his craft. Joe Tipman, 24 years old, 2 years in the league. He's got 2 years, 3.38 million dollars on the rookie deal. Tongue twister there. Um, yeah, he played 17 games, 1,067 snaps, 4 penalties, 5 sacks given up, which is a lot. Um, he did have 3 hits allowed and 23 pressures. Again, the sacks are a lot. Definitely, with time, I think he could be better. And again, a lot of potential. The Jets got someone here. I like him. Tough nose, tough center. Just a tough nose player. So, yeah, they got someone. Next, we have Jake Brendel. Yeah, Jake Brendel is not amazing, right? Definitely has been criticized. Definitely an older offensive lineman. But I think honestly, I think he's got some good moments for sure. And I think the cons kind of outweigh the pros at times when evaluating Jake Brendel. But he's been a consistent guy on the Niners line. Um, yeah, he's 32 years old. He's been here for 8 years. 2 years, 7.98 million. 17 games played, 1,072 snaps. So he's playing over 1,000 snaps. Had 10 penalties, which is killing him. The 1 sack allowed is a really good positive, and I think people should see that. Only allowing 3 hits is not bad at all, and 28 pressures that could definitely go down. But he's an honorable mention for a reason. He was an honorable mention last year. He's getting it done, even if it's not the best way, and he's not being a top 10 guy. But Jake Brendel is relevant. He should stay on the list for now. On the center list, honorable mention wise, Barton. Graham Barton of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is going to be special. He is definitely going to be a top 10 guy. I think him and Tristan Wirfs make up some pretty solid offensive line play. Um, and the Bucks are doing it right, man. They're doing it right drafting line. Drafting the line is fantastic. It's a smart move. And it's always fun to watch the new guys, the new offensive line, on what they can do. Graham Barton came in and he's done great ever since. Obviously a rookie, and he's going to be an all pro. He's going to be a top 10 guy. He's going to be a pro bowler. Like, I see all this for his future. Um, Graham Barton's 23 years old, 1 year in the league. He's got 3 years, 6.22 million on the rookie contract. 16 games that he played 1,064 snaps. He had 13 penalties, which obviously needs to go down, but 1 sack allowed, 2 hits allowed, and 23 pressures is extremely impressive for a rookie. So a lot of upside on him. Definitely see him top 10 guy. I'm excited to see what he's about. Buck's got a guy here. Buck's got a tremendous, tremendous guy right here, and they should be happy with this decision.